A lot of YouTubers are talking about this for video, but I think will be excellent as well for photography. And we're gonna talk about that in a bit. So let's start with the ND filter, from 2 to 32 NDs. I'm gonna ask the camera woman to get closer to me. Get closer. The filter is a little bit darker, and when I rotate it, it gets dark even more. I am at f16, 100 of a second of shutter speed. Good example of a 180 rule. But I want to have shallow depth of field. So Mariana has a beautiful autofocus black phone. So I'm gonna raise to f2.8. As you can see, everything is overexposed. So I'm gonna add the filter. Still overexposed. So let's raise the filter to its max. Up. And there you go, working properly. The CPL filter is an effect that you cannot do except with this filter, that it's removing reflections, including reflections of the sky. You can see that the sky changes a little bit of color. If you are a fan of little to no glow on the skin, a polarized filter is the filter for you as well. So basically this filter is like an ND filter and a polarized filter get together and made a baby, and this come out. Like Mariana asked me, and I said, buy me dinner first. To see if the filter adds some color shift, I'm gonna take a photo without the filter and then with the filter, and using the RAWs I can see. Yes, there is definitely some color shift using the filter. As you can see, the white balance is exactly the same, and definitely there is some color shift. This is a big problem with variable ND filters. Most of the time, at least for my experience, ND filters always have a little bit of color shift. How much? Well, let's test that. That's why photographers don't like to add food during the photo shoot, because it complicates things. As I did these pictures with RAW files, I can edit the RAW to see how much color shift we had. In this case, the original one is 5900 color temperature. There is roughly 800 of a difference. The tint has a little bit of difference as well, only of 4, but yeah, it's present as well. If you are talking about video, this is even more important. You have to pay a little bit more attention to the color grading, and you need to take that into account. She wanted a nice frame. She's a big kid.
Well, the model now is changing clothes, so we're gonna do the quality test.
This is the ND in the minimal as possible, and let's zoom in. Yeah, in the center there is no difference whatsoever. It's exactly the same. In the corner, exactly the same. Now the lenses typically on the corners loses a little bit of quality. That's why I did a reference photo without the filter. And if I zoom in over here, there is a little bit of difference. This one looks a little bit softer, but not that much. Maybe it's just the lighting that it's tricking me. But this point over here, a little bit of dust, a little bit softer. Let me just zoom into 200%. Just a little bit. You really had to pay a lot of attention to understand the difference. And the filter for on, there is no difference in the center, the exact same sharpness, and the corner a little bit softer with the filter at 32 ND. Honestly, I see some ND filters that are not variable and lose way more quality than this. And this is really nitpicking. I am 200% zoom in to really see some difference, and the difference is not that much. I put my 15mm Laowa lens to test out some rumor that this filter in wide angles doesn't really work that well. I am using 77mm filter on the 72mm lens, so I have an adapter to make this work. This looks pretty damn good even for a wide angle. So I am at f11 if I'm not mistaken on this image. There is no weird texture. Sometimes there is this X cross. That happens because the filter is not being used properly. As this ND filter is inside of a rail, which you cannot use it on properly, this won't happen. At f11, f8, there is nothing, okay? So I'm gonna put it at f2, Yeah, sure. When I pass to f2, I can see a vignetting, but as I tested already this Laowa, I know that this vignetting is from the lens, is not from the filter.
Let me explain why for photography this is awesome as well. First of all, as you can see, it is in my 35mm lens that has a really small thread, and I added a bunch of adapters so I can add this filter on. I am with the 35mm, that means that I have a bit of wide angle. I'm gonna need a lot of power of flash. If I use high-speed sync, the flash will lose a bunch of power. So I explained that on that video over there. By using this filter and cut down 5 stops from f16, I can do f2.8 or even higher if it's a little bit cloudy as it is today.
In conclusion, this is a great tool for videographers, budget for videographers, because the color shift of -800 Kelvin going to the yellow tone and 4 of tint, it makes it not the perfect tool for videographers. But if you take that into account and correct the white balance directly in camera, that I didn't, I actually didn't know about this problem, and I color corrected on these videos over here. No problem, they look really great, although I filmed in C-Log3, of course. Another problem that I found is that it would be awesome to move the variable ND filter without moving the polarized filter, especially for filmmakers using photography lenses. For example, if you go from indoors to outdoors, you want to rotate the filter without using both hands. Still, with these small problems, and especially at this price point, I would say this is a really great budget option.
Thank you very much to Mariana to help me with this video. Thank you very much to the camera woman that I forgot the name every single time. And Katya.